Good morning. Please rise for the playing of the national anthem performed by the Scott County High School Band. Flag straight ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the class of 2024.
Class of 2024, please be seated. Good morning. I'm Billy Parker, Superintendent of Scott County Schools, and I'm happy to be with you to celebrate the 70th commencement exercises for Scott County High School. Today is an important milestone, and 70 years is truly something worth celebrating. An estimated 3.5 million high school graduates will walk across a stage similar to this one sometime in the next few weeks. In our district, this number is closer to 800. When you count it up, graduates, you've spent nearly 2,500 days in school since kindergarten. That is an astounding 34% of your life so far. It's funny what information you can access at the touch of your fingertips, and I am a numbers guy, but I promise you, to the people who have loved and supported you along the way, you are one in a million. Graduates, some of those days may have seemed as though they would never end, but I promise you, during your time in Scott County Schools, it has been our mission that we served you well. Over the past few days, you may have heard the term "time flies," spoken as a reminder of how quickly the moments, the days, and the years slipped away seemingly without notice. I hope the perils of nostalgia inspire you to be present in this moment and cherish today as much as you will treasure your memories of Scott County High School. With the steadfast love of your parents, the support of your teachers, and your own determination, you made it. You will have a host of new experiences as you leave the bird's nest and work your way through college, devote yourself in service to our military, or continue to live and work in our community, making Scott County the best place in the world to live and learn for everyone. As funny as it sounds coming from me, I hope we taught you that success isn't always about the grades, but about the lessons you learn along the way. Please know that your best will always be good enough. On behalf of the Scott County Board of Education, which includes Board Chair Diana Brooker, Board Member Becky Nelson, Board Member Eleanor Ratliff, and Board Member Wendy Young, congratulations, graduates. It will be my most esteemed honor to greet you as you walk across the stage in a few moments to receive your diploma. As you begin your next adventure, I pray you will continue to learn and grow, never losing sense of your wonder and always seeking to make the world a better place. I now introduce to you the Senior Student Council officers to reflect on the class of 2024's high school experience.
Thank you, Mr. Parker. Good morning, class of 2024. I can't believe we made it this far. From freshman year, with face masks and social distancing, to a normal senior year, we made it, and we're about to enter the big world. The moment your diploma hits your hands, this chapter ends and another one starts. Welcome to adulthood. Never look back and just keep swimming, as a famous story once said. Something I learned from freshman year is that our past does not limit our future. There's a reason that the windshield is bigger than the rear view mirror. And it is to remind you what the Lord and universe has in store for us ahead is much greater than what he took from us in the past. Now let's roll into a Zoom and discuss the horrific freshman year. The transition from middle school to high school. COVID-19 started it all and led us to quarantine. I know, I said the word we never liked. That quarantine stopped us from having a simple, normal transition from middle school to high school. The whole nation was on lockdown. I remember every morning sitting in front of the TV while Andy Mashir announced the amount of COVID cases that occurred in our community. Freshman year was the year our education was increased with knowledge from the discovery of Quizlet. Remember when we would log into Zoom, still half asleep, turn our cameras off, and be on mute. But eventually, we got a transition back to the classroom. Now let's transition to the part of freshman year when we finally entered with our treasurer, Scott Nelson.
Thank you, Lacey. After months of Zooms, breakout rooms, and digital assignments, we are finally able to hold classes in person once again. But as most of us had assumed, the second semester was still far from normalcy. There were new measures put into place to ensure our health and safety. You experienced these changes before even entering the school. We were all greeted with a temperature check before being allowed, and then once inside, you, your friends, and your teachers were all wearing masks. Along with this was social distancing. Wherever you went, you were several feet from others at all times. Even during the lunch, these expectations were kept, not being allowed to sit with your friends. However, students can only wear a mask for so long, so we had about 10 minutes or so during class called mask breaks. These mask breaks allowed for us to have a little bit of freedom in this stressful lockdown time. So despite these hurdles, we all made it. Even if it did take us a few months or years for all of us to get into a normal schedule. Now I will pass the mic to Jen Ortiz, your historian, and Shantine Aguilar, your parliamentarian.
Thank you, Scott and Lacey. Our sophomore year was our first normal high school year. We spent half of it under a mask mandate and social distancing, and then the other half not 6 feet apart and not behind masks. We no longer had to take those mask breaks, which give us time to socialize with our friends. We didn't have to eat lunch in weird places again, like the gym or the auditorium. We were able to regain some of the normalities of the school year, even though some things were still under those COVID restrictions. But at least we didn't have to get our temperature checked every time we walked into the school building each morning.
We met new people on Zoom, thanks to no longer just seeing each other's black screens on Zoom, and built friendships that may or may have not lasted until senior year. We saw our hallway crushes without their masks, and they either stayed our crush or not anymore. Sophomore year is so weird because we're not necessarily done, but we're not starting something new. We fall into a slump because we think, oh, we've got this in the bag. We feel like we have all the time in the world. It's almost like a relaxing place to be in. Almost. Until we realize that junior year is upon us. Let us hear from our class secretary, Lily, about junior year.
Thank you, Shantine and Jen. As we sit here today, I hope that we can fondly look back at our junior year. It went by so fast, just like our parents said it would. Though bittersweet, all I can remember is how I was 1 year away from graduating and how tired I was. Like, no joke, I was tired all the time. It was not funny. But 11th grade was serious. It was a year we felt truly normal. Sports were a big thing, dances, and for most, our first proms. I think we also remember going in for our scary driver's test for it to just be in a parking lot. I hope you all passed, because I didn't. We began to have a mild taste of freedom and adulthood. Academically, we needed to get it together, especially after our setback years, while also worrying about ACTs and the stress of going into a testing room, worrying if our scores would be good enough. It was our last year of state tests. Yippee. But look at us now. Obviously, we did something right. We are sitting here today. I'm going to miss you all. And yes, I mean all of you. I'm so proud of us, and I hope that with all my heart that each of you cherishes these precious moments we spent together. So good luck, and thank you. Please welcome 2024 Student Council President, Maureen Mann, reflecting over our senior year.
Thank you, Lily. I would like to start by giving a big shout out to Elkhorn Crossing School because for making us give us those speeches all 4 years. I'm not as nervous now, but I never thought I would speak to such a big crowd of people before. So senior year, you start off thinking you know exactly what you like or what you want to do because you've been doing it for the past 3 years. But then the questions start coming. What are my plans after high school? Am I looking for a job? Am I going to college or a vocational school? And then you start stressing over the ACT and ACT scores, and you stress over the essays for your scholarships. With all that going on, you still have a whole year to complete. In between of all this, we had a lot of fun. At the beginning of the year, we cheered on our Cardinals through the B team. We crowned our homecoming king and queen, and we helped our community by collecting over 5,000 canned goods for the food drive. We teamed up with Great Crossings for Dance Blue, and it was a huge success. Around 200 people attended, raising around $23,000 for the cancer patients. We ended our year with an amazing time at our prom, Once Upon a Dream, our senior breakfast, and our senior sunset. During all this fun, we worked hard through our classes. We did co-op, dual credit, and AP classes. And when we were met with challenges, we surrounded ourselves with people who cared about us and who would help us. We surrounded ourselves with teachers, friends, counselors, and especially our families. It's hard to believe that the class of 2024 will be down in history. We will go down as the last graduating class at Scott County High School at 1080 Cardinal Drive. From then on, we'll forever be referred to as the old high school. It's been an amazing year with many memories that we will carry us into our next phase of life. I've really enjoyed being your class president, and I'm happy to be graduating with such an amazing group of people. Thank you to our families who helped us each step of the way. I wish each and every one of you the best and challenge you to find ways to make a difference every single day in your life. Thank you, class of 2024. Go Cards!
Emily Sullivan is the daughter of Kimberly and Carl Sullivan. Emily graduates from Scott County High School with a 4.377 GPA. She was also recognized as a member of the ACT 30 Plus Club. Emily attended St. John's Preschool, Stamping Ground Elementary, Royal Spring Middle School, and Scott County High School. During her time at Scott County High School, Emily has been involved in National Honor Society, serving as president, Technology Student Association vice president, Beta Club, Link Crew, and a member of the cross country team. She is a Governor's Scholars Program alumni and Governor's School for Entrepreneur alumni. Emily is also a CHI St. Joseph Hospital volunteer. Her future plans are to attend the University of Kentucky as a member of the Lewis Honors College. She will be pursuing a degree in neuroscience and psychology on the pre-med track. She plans to use this degree to prepare herself for medical school, specializing in pediatrics. Please welcome the valedictorian for the class of 2024.
Hello parents, staff, families, and the Scott County High School graduating class of 2024. I am honored to be a part of today's celebration. In fact, I was so honored when I heard my name called for valedictorian at senior breakfast, I knocked over my chair in excitement and nervousness. I want to take a moment to acknowledge those in my life that made this possible. To my favorite teachers, you know who you are. Thank you for providing the foundation for my education and shaping me into the student I am today. Thank you to my parents and sister Trisha for teaching me to be brave and for giving me wings when I needed them most. To my best friend McKenna, thank you for sticking with me all this time and encouraging me to pursue my dreams. To my family, friends, I know you're out there, Ed and Crystal, and to everyone else who has played a role in my life, I say thank you. Nora Ephron once said, "Your education is a dress rehearsal for a life that is yours to lead." When I look into the audience, I see 274 graduates who are ready to face the world. Only this time, we aren't in dress rehearsal anymore. Some of you look nervous, others excited, but most importantly, many of you, like myself, are hopeful for what is to come. Today, I wear a cap with koi fish. Koi are a symbol of good fortune, ambition, and perseverance. The Scott County High School class of 2024 embodies each of these characteristics. Not only were we lucky enough to make it to this point, but we were able to persist despite COVID, online school, not so scary driver's tests, breakups, and of course, senioritis. Take a deep breath. We made it, and I am so proud. On this day, we rejoice in this monumental change. As we start this new era, we will face many uncertainties. For some of us, that means going to college. For others, it means going straight into the workforce. Some of us are staying close by, while others are going to explore what else the world has to offer. As we make these decisions in our lives, I want you to remember that Robert Thriver once said, "When writing the story of your life, do not let anyone else hold the pen. I have found that so many individuals choose their path out of practicality. Oftentimes, what we truly want seems so ridiculous, we never dare to achieve it. Today, however, take a moment to recognize what your dreams are. Do you want to be a lawyer, an engineer, or maybe you want to be a doctor like myself? No matter what your future plans are, I know each and every one of you are capable of rejecting practicality, and each and every one of you are capable of beautiful things. Parents and families, today may mean your child is all grown up, or it may mean your sibling is going off to college. I know you are proud of your graduate today, but you should also be proud of yourself. Our accomplishment is also yours. With your help, we have come so far in the past 4 years. And as Ms. Gabehart would say, we went from being feral freshmen to beautiful young adults. You know, personally, I wouldn't refer to many of us as feral, but her point is still valid. We have all grown, and most of you have grown taller than me. Parents, take a moment to soak in the fact you have raised individuals capable of changing the world. And graduates, take a leap of faith. I encourage you to confidently pursue your dreams and live the life you have always imagined. Today, I dare you to pursue the things that scare you. The people who set out for a goal, despite its difficulty, despite fear of failure, are the most likely to flourish. And if you do fail, I challenge you to persevere. Some of the most successful people in this world were those who kept trying despite their failures. Lastly, when you question, is this the right path? I hope I can sway you to follow your heart. Your life is like a story, and you can choose what those pages hold. 30 years from now, I want you to look back on this day and be proud of what you were able to accomplish. Remember, do not let anyone else hold your pen. Graduates of 2024, what will you write in your story? Thank you.
At this time, our senior band and chorus members will perform. Please rise for the playing of America the Beautiful and for the performance of My Old Kentucky Home.
Thank you. You may be seated.
Good morning. We are here today to introduce the presentation of a very special honor to a graduating senior, the Marie Jones Service Award.
This award is in the memory of a dear colleague, Miss Marie Jones. Miss Jones retired from Scott County High School after 60 years in education. For 58 of those years, she organized and supervised the Scott County High School graduation ceremony and all of the related senior activities. I'll say that again. She ran our graduation for 58 years. Miss Jones has since passed on after an exemplary life of selfless and energetic service. Several years ago, we started recognizing a graduating senior who shows the same kind of grit and commitment to the service of their school and community, as did Marie Jones. As is fitting, this person is recognized during the graduation commencement ceremony that Miss Jones nurtured for more than a half-century. The recipient of the Marie Jones Service Award doesn't yet know they're the winner, nor do they know they are a candidate. So this will be a surprise.
The Scott County High School class of 2024 is full of accomplished, service-oriented graduates, and so many of them are deserving of recognition. This year, the Marie Jones Service Award is presented to a student who all agree demonstrates the highest ideal of community and school service. This year's recipient of the Marie Jones Service Award is Chelsea Withers. Chelsea, please come forward.
Her teacher said, "Chelsea has demonstrated and exceeded every quality and characteristic of Marie Jones. Chelsea was our fundraising chair and co-lead for Dance Blue this year. She worked with businesses all around the community to set up fundraisers and receive donations for Dance Blue, in which raised $23,356.97 to donate to the University of Kentucky Dance Blue Clinic to help find a cure for pediatric cancer." Hold on just a second, This was Dance Blue's second year of fundraising, and our goal was exceeded by more than $13,000. Chelsea also worked endlessly to help plan the event for students and make it fun for everyone involved. She has worked extremely hard this year to give back to the community. Chelsea is a very diligent student who was a leader in the classroom, not only on projects and assignments, but in attitude and participation. She was always able to encourage other people to put forth good work. Congratulations, Chelsea.
Ladies and gentlemen, there are events in our lives that demand a high degree of decorum and dignity. We believe that this is one such milestone event for our graduates. Please hold all applause, whistling, and cheers until each graduate has had their moment on stage. It is very important that every graduate has his or her name announced clearly. Loud applause for a student may make it difficult to hear the next graduate's name. I would also like to ask that all cell phones be turned off or silenced at this time. Mr. Parker, the students seated before you today have met all requirements as set forth by the Kentucky State Department of Education and the Scott County Board of Education. I submit to you the graduating class of 2024 for the presentation of diplomas.
Emily Catherine Sullivan. Maureen Seika Mann. Lily Brooke Gray. Scott James Nelson. Jen Evoni Ortiz. Lacey Ellen Tyler. Shantine Guadalupe Aguilar. Kensington Brooke Addington. Jennifer Denise Agundis Guevara. Joey Daniel Allen. Kendall Ebony Louise Allen. Sarah Elizabeth Allen. Milady Alvarez Ortiz. Sarah Finn Ambra. Jose Lemuel Arroyo. William Marcus Bader. Anastasia Ava Baker. Caitlin Reese Bange. Dana Joy Banks. Kaylin Liana Barnes. Emma Lindsay Barton. Georgia Francesca Sydney Bossi. Matthew Clay Baffin. Joshua Allen Baumgardner. William Christopher Bear. Jaden D'Angelo Bell. Luke Richard Bensing. Lauren Nicole Benton. Jacob Isaac Blair. Jalen Delaney Blair. Faith Ray Boyd. James Braden Boyd. Alexis Maria Brewer. Caden Bo Bryant. Wabanga Gabriel Bubala. Jacob Tyler Burchett. Susan Kate Burton. Alexis Jade Buttry. Lindley Faith Kane. Benjamin Zane Camp. Carla Campos Escamilla. Maggie Ann Carzales. Dakota Hayes Carter. Connor Chase Caudle. Joseph Connor Clark. Adrian Kelly Coffey. Cameron Lee Colseri. Sophia Wren Cornett. Cordley Marshall Coyle. Lucas Robert Krauser. James Austin Cummings. Hannah Elizabeth Cyrus. Lauren Grace Daniels. Olivia Corinne Davidson. Adeline Jean Davis. Kaylin Ann Davis. Isaac Raymond Dean. Jamie Michael De La Cruz Felice. Lorenzo Dianda. Carter Shane Dotson. Logan Trent Downey. Caden Parker Drumheller. Courtney Elizabeth Dutra. Jacob Mark Eads. Jessica Ann Edwards. Ricari Antonique Edwards. Taquan Dewan Jakari Elzy. Gavin Edward Erb. Brianna Esparza. Kate Elizabeth Evans. Josephine Annette Falk. Thomas Ryan Fikert. Emma Grace Fetters. Savannah Jane Fields. Damian Fillers. Lucy Blue Francis. Anthony Deshawn Franklin. Jacob Douglas Fryman.
Braden Anthony Gaines. Ellison Nicole Gaines. Grace Marie Genling. Estrella Gomez Marquez. Brandon Joshua Gonzalez. Hugo Gonzalez Vadillo Cavada. Ava Leanne Goodman. Elijah Hunter Gordley. Audrey Morgan Gray. Tyler James Gregory. Leah Elizabeth Griffin. Leslie Guevara Ruiz. Nancy Guevara Ruiz. Jersey Marie Hamilton. Landrum Lee Hamilton. Savannah Anne Marie Hamilton. Addison Piper Hankins. Alyssa Grace Hanlon. Amanda Brooke Harmon. Jasante Mackay Ramon Harmon. Asher Renault Harrington. Ryan Alexander Harris. Holly Faye Hassenbog. Katie Lynn Hasley. Kelby Nicole Hastings. Sydney Brooke Hayes.
Tyler Reese Haynes. Maxwell Lewis Henderson. Liliana Hernandez Perez. Lacey Janelle Hessler. Bennett Alexander Holmes. James Wilson Hopwood. Skywalker Heidi Lo Sagya Margareta Hanfeld. Isabel Kathleen Hughes. Matthew Ellis Letcher Hughley. Helena Ann Hutchinson. Kenna Joe Inman. Natanya Lee Jackson. Cody Lee James. Chloe Autumn Gerald. Michaela Ray Gerald. Jemiah Deshay Jenkins. Cody James Johnson. Hunter Charles Thomas Johnson. Cheyenne Lakota Jones. Addison Faith Justice. Kennedy Grace Canavy. Josephine Catherine Curl. Audrey Claire Keith. Luke Allen Kelly. Audrey Radford King. Jackson Richard King. Yinkong Ku. Ethan Bryce Lally. Ava Reese Langlands. Leah Marie Larkin. Adrian James Leach. Kylie Ann Leahy. Carrie Geneva Lee. Kayla Jade Lester. Piper Marie Lewis. Sawyer Clinton Lewis. Anthony James Linville. America Regina Lopez Blanco. Renata Lopez Blanco. Sheely Isabel Lopez Guzman. Aubrey Faith Lumpkins. Avery Charlene Lumpkins. Molly Caitlin Lumpkins. Emily Grace Lyda. Jacob Brant Lyon. Aiden Christopher Martin. Emily Michelle Mather. Grayson Pate Mattingly. Daniel Lewis Moppin. Amy Madeline McClure. Brooklyn McKay McElfresh. Dion Janae McIntyre. Elizabeth Helen Nicole McIntyre. Avery Paige McMillan. Catherine Bell McRoberts. Josiah Anthony Meeks. Michaela Nicole Meeks. Destiny Alexis Madison Mefford. Henry Martin Mendez. Allison May Meredith. Olivia Emerine Meredith. Gage Kenneth Miller. Alexis Lynn Milligan. Quinn William Milligan. Amari Khalees Mobley. Bracy Danielle Moulton. Brian Monterosas. Malia Brooke Moore. Avery Scott Mulliken. Matthew Carson Mullins. Jada Elizabeth Neal. Joseph Michael Nichols. Maya Brooks Onheiser. Harrison Philip Anthony Owens. Paxton Ray Owens.
Lanisha Nicole Page. Alana Adair Page. Sadie Rains Parton. Ridham Dharmendra Kumar Patel. Allison Marie Patterson. Austin James Patton. Victoria Melanie Pavluk. Benjamin Miller Pearson. Colton Nathaniel Pinnell. Kaylin Shay Perry. Amari Valencia Pursley. Jacob Connor Pickles. Callie Rianne Pittman. Emma Grace Plymeyer. Macy Alicia Presnell. Carson Cameron Preston. Sean Anthony Pulliam. Sean Caleb Quisenberry. Brenda Nicole Ramirez. Rachel Brooke Ray. Tashayla Gwinnett Ray Harris. Taylor Elizabeth Reed. Omeras Liana Rivera. Aubrey Rose Roark. Zachary Tyler Robinson. Angel Rodriguez. Emily Rachel Rodriguez. Ruby Rodriguez Jacobo. Jacob Mario Romero. McKenna Caitlin Roseland. Damari Corday Ross. Tabitha Rose Roundtree. Sean Michael Rowe. Kaylee Elizabeth Saunders. Madison Shasta Page Sawyers. Baron James Schroeder. Dylan Jacob Scoff. Ava Rose Shook. Zachary Ryan Sinclair. Elizabeth Aggie Singer. Peyton Nolan Skirvin. Charles Dominic Sloan. Ella Grace Smedley. Amaria Jernay Smith. Gabriel Alexander Smith. Joshua Dustin Sowers. Ian Scott Stanley. William Dimitri Stein. James Michael Stilley. Paige Marie Ann Strickler. Jacob Corbin Tackett. Isaac Dane Taylor. Brendan Michael Toyer. Stephen Cody Thomas. Andrea Renee Thompson. Bryce Allen Thornsberry. Lillianne Marie Truen. Carrington Tolbert. Andra Elizabeth Toomey. Jayla Nicole Trent. Noah Reed Turner. Jonathan Lewis Tutt II. Luke Emmanuel Valencia. Michael Joshua Valencia Jr. Ivan Zaid Vasquez Guevara. Kyla Nicole Walker. Seamus Neil Walsh. Kaylee Elizabeth Walters. Kyle Scott Walters. Austin James Wands. Kaylee Brianne Watson. Alexander Scott Watts. McKenna Rose Webb. Samuel Todd Webb. Wyatt Keith Webb. Grace Leanne Wells. Landon Walker James Whitson. Tucker McQuaid Wilkinson. Hazley Faith Wilhoit. Lydia Michelle Williams. Andrew Rogers Wilson. Connor Preston Wilson. James Michael Wilson. Chelsea Ann Withers. Grant Michael Wood. Ika Dulay Zakura. Braden James Bloom. Sarah Grace Riley. Claire Danielle Sherman. Monica Denise Diaz Espinoza.
Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that all guests remain seated and do not come to the field until all graduates have exited. Student Council will come forward for the moving of the tassels.
Congratulations, class of 24, you did it. You may move your tassel from right to left. I can't even find mine. You may now stand up, and you can throw it if you want. So.
Okay, let's go.
Hey guys!